It feels like there are a million and one journals, planners, to-do list software, apps and things that are going to help you get organized in business. In building my brand, I've learned that all of those things are a waste of time if you don't know how to prioritize. When it comes to prioritizing, there are two things that you need to focus on. The first is influence. Have you actually built credibility and trust with your audience? Because if you haven't done that, it doesn't matter what you sell, they're not going to buy from you. And if you have built that credibility and that influence, but you don't know how to generate revenue and you don't know how to build an income, then all of that influence is going to be pointless. So you really need both. For me, when I'm building on my to-do list and I'm thinking about what I need to get accomplished during the day, I always check, is this going to help me build influence or is this going to help me build income? If it's not going to help me do either, I put it at the bottom of my list. Another thing that has really helped me is using an app and a software called Trello. So you can get it both on your website and also on your mobile phone. I use both because it's synced. So when I'm on the go and I want to, write down a quick reminder or I get an idea, I can use it on my app. And when I'm on my computer, I always have it up and available to me so that I can keep track of all my thoughts. And the way that I use Trello is really to help me organize all of those links, all of those, tabs that we tend to have open as entrepreneurs. I just put all of that information into my Trello board, and that's a way for me to really capture ideas, write more things for my to-do list that I might not have to do right away, and also just make sure that I'm moving the needle in every area of my business. So what I do is each day I focus on a different area of my business or my brand building. So on Mondays, I focus on business building. I focus on building relationships. I focus on building my credibility. That means I might be emailing PR agencies to ask about sponsorship opportunities. I might be, creating content for social media. I might be, emailing potential collaborators. I could possibly be, working on a deck for my Make Yourself Marketable tour. There are a bunch of different things that I could be doing. But on Mondays, I focus on solely building my business. I don't worry about writing blog posts. I don't worry about being on Twitter chats. I don't worry about doing anything but building my business. On Tuesdays, it's all about content. On Tuesdays, I focus on, doing research for upcoming blog posts, proofreading blog posts that I've already written, maybe working on, a class that I might be about to teach, updating something like my squad goals social media challenge. But anything that has to do with writing and creating, I do on Tuesdays. I get really focused and I just knock it out. On Wednesdays, I focus on money activities. On Wednesdays, I literally only focus on my sales. I look at my analytics to see how I'm doing sales wise. I look to see how my funnels are working. Are my emails being opened? Is everything being triggered correctly? I brainstorm new ideas to get more customers and more leads to my website. Everything that I do on Wednesdays, which is the middle of the week, is focused on making money. On Thursdays, I focus only on social media. So I could be planning content for the next week. I could be creating graphics for Pinterest. I could be shooting something for Instagram. I could be scheduling tweets with CoSchedule. Again, there are a ton of different things that I could be doing, but I focus only on social media. On Fridays, it's my email and research and catch-up day. On Fridays, I'm usually burnt out, to be honest. My boyfriend's usually back from traveling, so I do like to spend some time with him. So what I like to do is take Friday to kind of clean my apartment, hang out, relax, and unwind from the crazy week. But I also like to make sure that I get back to everyone in response to emails that I might have missed throughout the week. I also, take time to read all those articles that I've bookmarked throughout the week. And I also take time to be able to kind of do a little bit of research. So if there's a new, technique that I might want to learn more about, if there's a new software that I want to try out, I usually take a couple of hours on Friday to knock it out, and then I take the rest of the day to myself. It's really helpful to break down my week like this because I can make sure that I'm hitting every single area of my business throughout the week. So, okay, I might not get everything written content-wise, but I know I did a little bit and I have to move on to the next thing. When we get so stuck on one specific thing, like writing blog posts, for example, then all of the other things tend to fall through the cracks. So when I break up my week by days, I know that I'm going to force myself to continue to move on to the next thing and then come back to what didn't get done in the next week. As an entrepreneur, as a brand builder, you're not going to be able to do everything. you're not going to have time for everything. And that's something that you need to accept. You need to just get really, really smart on how to prioritize so that the most important things get done and that you get to the other things when you can. You cannot accomplish it all, but when you do the right things, you will still be able to see success in your business, feel like you have work-life balance, and not feel burnt out, overwhelmed, and confused every single day when you put in so much work and then get nothing out of it. I hope this was super helpful. I'm gonna link down below to how you can use Trello. I wrote a blog post about that. And of course, if you have any questions, let me know in the comments. Give this video a thumbs up if you liked it. Obviously a thumbs down if you didn't. And of course, subscribe. I like to publish videos every Wednesday, so let me know what you want to hear about next.
Another one.